think a lot of you are very fortunate to be heading to the stadium tomorrow to watch this game. If some of you here weren't as fortunate as others, and instead you have to stay home and watch this game on television, well, you're in for a real treat. Because the man that I'm about to introduce is not only the lead play-by-play voice for CBS college football, but somebody that is very familiar to many of you here in El Paso. For almost 30 years, he's been part of the broadcast team at CBS Sports. And prior to that, many of you probably remember him from the radio voice of the Dallas Cowboys, which began back in 1972 and went all the way up to 1984. He has also been inducted into the Legends of the Sun Bowl 5 years ago. We had a chance to make that great presentation. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get a big El Paso applause for Verne Lundquist.
Steve, thank you. I so appreciate Steve. For those of you from Dallas, you'll understand this. He didn't mention Bowling for Dollars, so glad we got through that. It's always a pleasure to come back for Gary and Tracy and myself, Craig Silver, who's also a legend of the Sun Bowl, and Steve Milton, our director. It's my great honor now to introduce the starting lineups for both Notre Dame and Miami. Just as not an aside at all, but we were really excited when we found out that Miami and Notre Dame were going to be here. We were having dinner in Atlanta after seeing Auburn destroy South Carolina, and Mike Oresco of our staff got a phone call from Jimmy Rogers, and he said, we got Notre Dame. There was a big hurrah, and of course Miami, it's great to have you here as well. So let's start. What did I say? My mouth got ahead of my brain, which it happens periodically. Oh yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Let's introduce the starting lineups. First of all, we'll deal with the special teams, and I'm going to need some help. There we go. Place kicker punter for the U. Please welcome Matt Bosher. David Ruffer, place kicker from Oakton, Virginia for Notre Dame.
David will be heading down to table N4 Casa Nissan. Where is Casa Nissan at N4? Make some noise so they know where you can find you guys. All right.
Let's go on.
And doing double duty for the U, also the punter, senior from Jupiter, Florida, Matt Bosher. His counterpart for Notre Dame from Davie, Florida, Ben Turk.
Matt and Ben will be heading out to table M4 Lincoln Financial Advisors. Come on, you guys can do better than that.
Defensively now for the Hurricanes, senior Alan Bailey at defensive end. And his counterpart for Notre Dame, defensive end from Portland, Oregon, Ethan Johnson.
And Ethan will be heading out to table I3 JDW Insurance. I3.
Defensive tackle for Miami, McConnor Regis. And at nose guard, back in the starting lineup after an injury, Ian Williams, number 95 from Notre Dame.
Connor and Ian will be heading out to table J3 Wells Fargo Insurance Services.
At right tackle, number 99 for Miami. From Miami, Marcus Forston. And And at defensive end for Notre Dame, from Weatherford, Texas, Catherine Lewis Moore.
They're going to be going out at the table. K3, Casa Ford, Lincoln Mercury.
Also at defensive end for the university, Olivier Vernon, number 35. And the outside linebacker for the Fighting Irish, number 45, Darius Fleming.
Olivier and Darius heading out to table L3, Mexis Communications. L3.
Linebacker, number 45, for the U, Raymond Buchanan. And for Notre Dame, number 58, inside linebacker from Overland Park, Kansas, Brian Smith.
Guys, you're going to make your way out the table. M3, Craig Fortune and Jack Maxon.
Linebacker for the U, number 44, a senior, Colin McCarthy. And inside linebacker, sophomore from Hawaii, Manti Teo.
Colin and Manti will be heading out the table. M3, Smith Chiropractic.
John was picking those up.
Linebacker for the Hurricanes, number 31, from Miami, Sean Smits. And outside linebacker, a senior from Bonn, North Carolina, for the Fighting Irish. Welcome, Kerry Neal.
Sean and Kerry will be going out to table 03, Rudolph Chevrolet, Rudolph Honda.
There you go.
That's how you do it, Vern.
Yes. We got a Honda at the Hyundai, huh? Cornerback, a senior from Tallahassee. For Miami, please welcome Ryan Hill. And his counterpart for Notre Dame, a senior as well. Please welcome number 2, Darren Walls.
Ryan and Darren will be going out to table P3, United Bank of El Paso del Norte. P3.
At cornerback, a junior out of Miami, number 1, Brandon Harris. At cornerback for the Fighting Irish, from Columbia, South Carolina, number 4, Gary Gray.
And they'll be going to table Q3, El Paso Convention and Visitors Bureau. Q3.
Strong safety for the U, number 29 from Homestead, Florida, JoJo Nicholas. And at safety for Notre Dame, number 22, out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Harrison Smith.
Harrison and JoJo will be making their way out the table. R3, the El Paso Times. R3. A little more noise, El Paso Times. There we go.
At free safety, sophomore from Long Beach, California, number 7, Vaughn Telemack. And at safety for Notre Dame, a sophomore from Vero Beach, Florida, number 17, Zeke Mata.
Vaughn and Zeke will head out the table. S3, Sierra Providence Health Network. S3.
At wide receivers, we move to offense.